to another episode of It's Those Guys Game Reviews. I am Nick Silviano, and once again, we have special guest,
Chuck Roland, here to help with this review.
And today's game we're reviewing is WWE 13 for the PS3, Xbox 360. I think it's a Nintendo Wii, and there's probably going to be a Wii U version. I don't know yet, though.
Hard to believe it's been a year already.
The latest in the long-running series of WWE wrestling games, WWE 13 takes on another approach while keeping in tradition of the series. New to this year is the inclusion of the Attitude Era. This gives the player an interactive take on one of WWE's most iconic and highest ratings grabber, as the game likes to point out in its intro, eras. The game lets you relive such moments as the formation of DX and the rivalries of The Undertaker and so on. While this seems like a good idea, it still feels a little rushed, with little story involved and forcing you to follow through on certain outcomes of the match in order to progress forward. It's almost sort of a wrestling text adventure. It does happen to take a lot of the dialogue from the time and incorporate it into the game. However, it seems more like a history lesson, even though it might be found interesting to a younger audience. Most of us who witness it the first time around might not be so impressed. Create a Character mode makes its return. You can make all sorts of characters, give them intros and moves, and the custom soundtrack option returns as well. Despite a limited setting at first due to a creation point system, it still has enough to play with, and its overall fun aspect to put together your own character. And as always, Creation Mode provides a massive variety of moves to add to your characters and abilities that can give you an extra push in battle. Control seemed like a major pain in the ass. I always felt that it was something that the WWE games just couldn't seem to get right. Or it could be that I just suck. It's possible. I felt I could only really get a reversal 10% of the time, while the AI seemed to do nothing but counter.
So, it seemed like, because a lot of the time, I would go and do a move and it would miss. Say, for example, I go to hit him and he goes, you look, he's right here next to me, I should hit him, right? Or I go to grab him, same thing. That's honestly what I got.
You got like Tyrannosaurus Rex arms.
Yeah, all of a sudden. Or there'd be times where, like, would really piss me off, and I'm sitting there hitting them, and without even, like, showing the character reverse, my character goes like this. And I'm like...
There is a lot of glitches in this one.
But it hit him.
Many of the few glitches, as you may see, is a table match where I suplex him in front of the table, but yet it broke anyways.
At least in the table match, if it accidentally land on the table, break yourself, it doesn't end the match and it keeps going.
We kind of thought it did, so we were just standing there laughing, and oh wow,
it kept going to our surprise.
There are a few hiccups here and there in the control scheme, but it's really nothing that game-breaking. It's not all gloom and doom, though. The real fun of the game comes from its multiplayer modes. Just about every match type is here, and you can customize them in any way you see fit. There's a lot of flexibility here and there, and it works in the game's favor, especially when you get your buddies together to play.
So as far as, like, again, just spinning the controls, while all that's going on, when you're playing the story mode, it does kind of hurt you, but it's not that big of a deal when you're playing against other people, but it can still be a pain in the ass.
The looks, the graphics, it's pretty good. It's almost the same as last year, if not a little bit better. The roster, what they give you is pretty lame. It's just a generic what you would expect to get. They do have some of the new ones like Ryback, but you have to wait till December to download them. Same with Damien Sandow and Antonio Cesaro. You have to wait till January to get them. Now, are they going to be one of the few free ones that you get? Like last year, they had a few DLCs that were free. Others you have to pay $1. Such as right now, Rikishi, Gangrel, Grandmaster Sexay, Val Venus, and Scotty 2 Hotty, I believe, are what's on there right now as we are filming. And those are all $1 each. Or you could pay $20 to get the WWE Access, which just gives you everything.
Pretty much gives you the characters for free once they come out. Kind of like their version of the Season Pass.
And also, again, even though, yeah, it's Attitude Era, I don't see why we need like 3 Triple H's, 2 Undertakers. You can just put them under the alternate attires. Why not? And then they're missing so many. Like Razor Ramon, they're missing Razor Ramon from Attitude Era. The Godfather. Hell, even Doink the Clown. Why not?
Godfather? Oh, man. That was like the whole purpose. But the thing about this is like, oh, celebrate the Attitude Era.
They got Farouk and another Mark Henry, which is the Nation of Domination Mark Henry. Why not the Godfather? But he was Karma. But yet they have Karma in the Divas, and she did absolutely nothing in WWE, but come in, be the monster, and then cry at the end because she's pregnant.
They left that part out of the game. What they did with her, though, was just kind of disturbing.
Yeah. And there, over half the Divas that are on here are no longer employed with WWE.
There's only like, what, 5 or 6 available, plus 4 locked ones?
Yeah, and then I guess you have to unlock AJ. I thought AJ was already there for you.
And as far as the Attitude Era goes, even though so many of the Attitude, they still censored the crap out of this thing.
Oh yeah, and the speaking of censored, Inferno match. All of the Inferno matches from the past WWE games, it would show them on fire. This one, they do not show the flames. You are putting out invisible flames. This is it right here.
And they still shoot you with the.
And they still shoot you with the extinguisher.
But we have some special footage later on where you'll see this.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to the channel. So anyway, besides some of that, I mean, like I said, when you're playing with friends, it's still kind of fun. You can mix it up. You can mix a match. You can do all this fun stuff. You can make whatever type of match you want. That part is still good. So if you're like, it's one of those games where you got a bunch of people together at a party, whatever you want to play. It's a good way to go. As far as the story mode and online, it's still gonna be that glitchy crap that you got to deal with. Because for some reason, is it THQ?
THQ, yeah.
THQ, well, they're going under anyway. THQ just doesn't seem, that's probably why they're going under. Can't seem to get a lot of things right. And who knows, maybe the license will go on to something else next year. That's what it's looking like. Maybe they'll finally get a credible source by the time WWE 14 comes out.
Hopefully just better controls. Controls are just the same as last year. You have to get used to them in order to...
I think what they really need to work on is controls. Other than that, it holds up pretty good.
And the window of the opportunity for reversal or counter just gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah, it's...
Even though in this one they let you know if you're too late or too fast, which is just annoying.
Do it to mock you, really. It's a pain in the ass. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and give this game a C+. Basically because it's still good to play when you're with people, but if you're by yourself, it's not that interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same route, C+. It's nothing great. It's been a long time since a really good WWE game came out, and this wasn't one of them.
I think when they switched it to numbers like 12 and 13 instead of like from switching to SmackDown vs. Raw, just kind of lost something there.
Yeah, it was a little easier to control when it was back with the SmackDown vs. Raw. Now it's just all complicated. So, this has been another episode of It's Those Guys Game Reviews. We'll see you next time, and Chuck Roland will show up again eventually for some other review. Yeah. So stay tuned for Conor Jagger. Or anybody else. But most likely him.